Okay, got it. All right,
All
let's
right.
do this.
So which you can start it.
All right, let's talk about this addiction thing. I was hearing the other day, it was yesterday, this mom went and woke her son up and he was dead. He was only 14 years old. I mean, that's bad. Like she was saying, I mean, she wasn't saying it before he died. I know that. She's saying it's getting so bad, it's like need to be like almost like an epidemic. I mean, oh, it already is an epidemic. Like covering it the way they do, like they did COVID, like that.
Oh, so were they trying to say that his death was COVID?
No, it was an
Oh,
overdose. But
oh,
he just had one little pill and it done it.
that's fucked. You said it had fentanyl in it, right?
Yeah, and I've done way more in what in a pill. I can tell you that. Just this was. I don't know why. I'm just lucky. Like addiction is so bad. Like you'll see. All right, see you see a movie with heroin on it, and you got a bag of heroin. You go, oh, I'm gonna do something around the movie while they doing something. That's where your head thinks. I don't know. I forgot what they call it.
Have you ever like craved it like at moments, like craved really badly, like oh my god, like an uncomfortable feeling, kind of like when let's just say like you know how you gotta pee and you've been holding your pee for so long, you try to keep your mind off
Yeah,
of it, but you know you gotta pee and you're like, okay, I can't hold it
yeah,
in. Is that how it is with addiction? Like you're like, I want to go get it, but then you're like, no, I don't need heroin. But then you're like, I'm trying to keep my mind off of heroin. Let's think about how blue the sky is. Oh my God, I need some heroin. Is it like that or is it not?
yeah.
What made you like feel like you didn't go to the needle?
I don't know. I just didn't. I can't tell you why I didn't. I'm not saying I never would have, but I just didn't. That's all I can say.
Do you think the needle is more common or do you think snorting is more common?
Probably the needle.
You think more people use the needle than the nose?
Yeah.
Why do you think people that do snort it like OD? Do you think they had too much or you think their body couldn't take it? Like
I don't know because
that
more people,
Maxwell boy, they were saying that he snorted it, but he
but
still OD'd and died.
we don't really know. We weren't there.
Right.
I know it's like the percentage is like 80% of people that do the needle OD compared to 20% that snort an OD.
They call it the rush, don't they? When you,
Yes.
the rush.
Yeah.
I heard that when you shoot it up, the high doesn't last as long as the snorting high.
I I'm not saying I've never shot up, but I have one or two times. It is way different. You get it's way cheaper for the high, but it don't last. Snort it lasts way longer, but it's not as high, but it lasts way longer.
So you're saying that the getting the needle version, the liquid down version, is cheaper than getting the powder.
For the high, you're gonna be way more higher.
How long does it typically last? Does it depend on how much you do?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
It depends on how many bags you had and your tolerance, right?
Yeah, but the thing about the needle, my body OD. This part what goes through your mind.
It makes my skin crawl when I see the people like tighten their arm up with what is that, like a band or something, and they tighten it and make the needles like the veins pop. Oh, it makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how they do that.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this boy I knew his name. Brian Wright, I think his name. He shot up. It affected his arm because he got some bad dope.
Oh,
So
the fuck did he get crocodile?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad, but it was got infected.
What do you think that
Yeah.
America can do to help these addicts?
It's only me and Nick talking. No.
Now we're trying to help other people. Michael wants to make a difference in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's better to educate these people. I mean, of course, we're not going to be able to save everybody. We're not going to be able to convince everybody, but at least we could spread awareness that, you know,
Yeah. Like like, mm, uh, who?
Because I mean, we Jagger like OD'd and passed, and then we had
Oh yeah,
that
he.
Maxwell boy OD and pass.
Yeah,
Just seems like it's getting younger and younger.
yeah, man. It's people dying, probably not even 10 years old.
I feel like the Dare program was a complete failure. It was not made for that.
I think more people try it because of that.
Yeah, because like Deputy Ricks came in there and was like, "This is what this drug looks like," and she passed it around. Obviously, it wasn't that drug itself, but it was supposed to be that drug, and she passed it around. We're all
Oh,
looking at it.
I saw a thing on the school up that on TV was showing people they were seeing what fentanyl looked like. I don't know if that's true. I think it might have been real. I don't know if it was real. Just take it. Just say it with me. It's like I do it, and she's like, "Hey, where's that stuff at? Oh, what stuff?
Yeah, because at the hospitals, fentanyl is legal. They use it all the time.
Yeah, but it's different kind.
But now these people have taken their version of fentanyl and are like dropping people left and right.
Yeah,
And it's sad. It's up here. The drug problem is meth. Like meth is. I mean, I'm not saying that we don't have heroin up here. We do, but like most people up here are meth heads.
they're pitting fentanyl and meth too now.
Are they trying to go to jail? Like, what can you
That's
get?
what don't make sense because fentanyl's a downer and that's a up.
Yeah, that's dumb. What is it? It's not going to level out.
That's what don't make. I don't know. Nobody really knows anything.
They're saying that vapes are gotten bad too. That those little pen vapes, one of those little
Uh-huh.
skinny ones, they do a lot of damage to your lungs and stuff.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
thing is, in the 1800s, they used to give kids heroin in the mines to help them like with headaches.
Here's
Bear,
my thing. I'm not being. You think? No. Same thing. Yes, it is.
the problem is it's an opiate, so it's I don't know. There's a lot of shit that's in it that's addictive.
Yeah.
But putting fentanyl in it is dumb as hell because like, what if I get arrested for this guy's death?
Okay. Yeah. There's something I do agree with that and don't agree with that. Okay. If I give you one and you die, that's my fault. But if you go take 20 of them all at the same time, that's not my fault, I believe.
But what if I didn't make the heroin, but there was like, let's just say I got it from another guy and I gave it to another guy and that guy died and I didn't know there was fentanyl in it. I thought it was just pure heroin. Do I still like, am I still guilty?
I think so, I've heard.
Well, I still knew not to be selling heroin to somebody because it's illegal and I knew the cost, but you know, I don't know. I thought I could save my ass by saying I didn't know it had fentanyl in it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to have Narcan used on you?
No.
They had to do it for DMX back in 2016.
Yeah.
He OD'd too in like what 2021?
Who did?
DMX. Yeah, he
And,
OD'd in 2021.
and Miller died too.
Yep. Juice World, Lil Peep, all overdoses.
Yeah.
What do you think that we can do as the United States to help these people?
They need to offer free help for people, not making them pay for it. That would be one thing.
Do you think when people leave rehab, their biggest issue is they don't have that same structure, or do you feel like rehab is just a waste?
It's not a waste because it does. Sometimes it's just not long enough.
And then they charge you out the ass, don't they?
Yeah.
So you think that they should lower the price or like make it very affordable for people that actually need it, and then
Yeah.
make it longer for people?
Yeah. At least should be 90 days.
My thing is like, how are we going to keep these people clean once they leave the clinic? Because they're going to go back to that same lifestyle. They're going to go back to that same house. they're not going to be millionaires where they can be like, okay, I can just buy my way out the hood, you know.
Yeah,
Like you went back and you were back in that environment. It wasn't like you could
yeah,
just be like up and leave. Of course, thank God you had the thing, but it's there too. Drugs are everywhere. It's not like, you know, dog shit in the grass. There's more
yeah,
drugs everywhere around the world than there is dog shit in the grass.
yeah.
You can avoid dog shit that's in the grass, but you can't avoid drugs. They're everywhere.
That's right.
I can go to fucking heaven and God's probably smoking fucking crack up there. Who knows? No, I'm just playing.
No,
But
but
everywhere else, though, like every part of the earth, there's going to be drugs. Like they're fucking rampant everywhere. And that's the
yeah,
problem. Like I was watching this TikTok. This dude was going through Baltimore, even at like a kids park, and he was picking up needles and putting them into a trash bag. I was like, "Has it gotten that bad?"
that's bad.
I mean, he was just like scrape. He had a glove on. He was just picking them up at a children's park. I was like, Jesus. I was like, these people need help. And it was one where it was like Philadelphia, and these people look like zombies walking around, look like a damn
Yeah,
apocalypse.
yeah, it's really bad there. Lectin, I forgot what it's called. L X something. I don't know.
What state?
Oh, it's in Philadelphia, near Philadelphia. Near
It's
it's in
a
Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's somewhere in Pennsylvania near Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's sad. It's really freaking sad, like how bad drugs like it's gotten to the point where people like steal from their family, tear their face up. When I was at Kathy's funeral, her son that was still alive, he was addicted to heroin. I could see like how his face was all tore up. Like he used to be a very handsome dude, but now his face is all picked up. His hair's like really shitty, looks like it's falling out a little bit. I mean, his skin's all scabed up from where he's been scratching the hell out of himself. I'm
he
like,
still
damn,
alive?
dude. Don't know how, barely.
Who is he?
Name's Matthew Radford.
Oh, okay, okay.
And he's bad on it too. He's got kids, and I feel bad because he lost his brother and he lost his mother. So
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
oh, and that Billy Hampton guy just died. I'm thinking that's why he died. I ain't for sure, but
we had a guy I used to work with at Parker's. His name was Eric. He shot up heroin
yep.
one time and died. I was like, damn.
We don't really know that neither.
That's what his girlfriend was saying, but who knows? I would like we said we weren't there. What was your biggest struggle? Was it like coming out and not having
Like,
structure?
who's gonna admit they're on drugs?
My
You think a lot
biggest
of people are
problem
ashamed?
You're not in this.
was giving up male prostitution.
Do you think it's harder for people because they get judged like hard because people are like, oh, that person's on drugs, stay away from them.
Yeah,
I think there's a big stigma because I think they automatically think that you're gonna come in their house, steal some shit, have like drug dealers come and like carjack you or some shit.
oh God, I would never do nothing like that.
Like I've seen it on intervention where like members will like steal from them and stuff like that. My
Yeah, people really do that, but I just didn't have the guts to do that crap. I've
and
heard
that's
people say they will go to Walmart, take a TV, and just walk out with it. I'm like, oh, I can't do that.
neither could I. I'd be caught in the first 5 minutes. And it's so sad because they'll go to any extent and ruin their friendships, family members, relationships with them.
And there's another thing. Okay, say me and you both do drugs. You'd be like, oh, I lost my drugs. And you're looking for it the whole time. I got it, and I'll help you look for it, and I got
Right? I'd be like, God, where's my needle? Where's my needle? Michael's like, it's in my back pocket, but you're like, I'll help you look for the needle.
it.
Like, damn well knowing that you stole that shit.
Yeah.
And people kill each other over it too. They'll be like, kill each other over like a bag or two. And you're like, bro, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, that's how bad it is. They're like, you stole my 2 bags of heroin. Let me just go ahead and shoot you in the face. Like, good God Almighty, dude. If you're getting to that extent, like that level extent, then you need to definitely get some help. And I think the biggest issue, because I had this when I came out the psychiatric hospital, I feel like when these people are in rehab, they have structure. They get up at a certain time, they eat breakfast, they go to these groups, they have all this. But when you get out,
Oh,
you
that's
tell yourself you're going to change, but you don't have that same structure you have in rehab. You don't have those people waking you up every morning. You don't have those people telling you you shouldn't be doing drugs or this is how you should do it. You're by yourself. And so that's why I feel like people relapse.
and I agree. Okay, the Christian, I'll say go to a regular based rehab compared to a Christian one.
I'm sorry, but I can't take somebody forcing religion down my fucking throat.
Yeah, that's
Like
how it was there.
everybody's got
I
their
ran
own
away.
way. Everybody's got their own way of worshiping God. But what if like somebody there's atheist? Like, what do you that practice is going to be completely useless. They're going to look at you and be like, "I'm here for drugs, not God, dumbass."
You like that guy? He said pretty much, if I leave, I'm gonna die. I said, I'm leaving. If I die, I die anyway.
Well, that's pretty fucked up of him. He should be giving you positivity and an inspiration instead of sitting there like, "Oh, you're
And I
fucked."
found out, I talked to my other friend the other day. I was in Fayetteville for orientation. I wanted to go see him. And he said when I left, he was talking mad crap.
What a piece of shit. If you got to talk shit about somebody when you're supposed to be helping these people, it shows you what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be around addicts
Yeah.
if you're going to sit there and just talk shit about them.
I know I left, but kind of,
As
yeah,
long as
but
the only person that's going to help you is you. And that's the thing these
yeah.
people need to, and it's so hard because these people need a support system. They need somebody to be there to help them.
I know I didn't think it like the guy that was there. Okay, you know, he told me, I said, say if you relapsed when you left that place. He said, you know, he told me, he said, I would have become the best drug addict could have become. Like, he didn't say, oh, I would have tried it again. He was, no, he said, I would have died the best drug addict I could have became.
Oh my God. What a
You can
bone
be,
dead.
you can be 20 years sober and you can relapse tomorrow.
That's the scariest thing that I feel like for people that have addiction. I feel like they'll be clean for like 20 years and then something traumatic will happen and it will force their mind to go back to that craving that they had for the addiction. Let's just say I'm 20 years sober. I've been doing so good. I haven't touched heroin in 20 years. My wife divorced me, takes everything, my house, my car, my kids. The court tells me I can't see my kids ever again. I spiral down and then guess where? I'm back on the heroin.
Yeah. No, let's not say here. Let's say fentanyl. I would give you almost, oh, I would about give you $1,000 if you could find some plain heroin.
And it's sad that people are putting fentanyl in there. It's like they want people to die
No, and the people that are doing it want the fentanyl too now.
because it's stronger.
If they never would have got it, they wouldn't be talking like that, you know.
And yeah, because now they're addicted and now they're craving it. Because like you said, you take pure heroin, it won't affect you. You'll just be like,
Nope, it won't do nothing.
so that's why they're craving the fentanyl because the fentanyl is doing more than pure heroin would have done for them. Now that
Only
they've
way,
gotten addicted to it,
only way pure heroin will do anything. Pretty much, you have to go to rehab, come out, and do it again. Then you might feel it. Then you
or
won't
if you
feel
never
it.
had heroin or never had fentanyl, those are the only two ways.
I've wondered if now if I know if I even ever had plain heroin.
Makes you wonder now. You're like, did I ever have pure heroin or was all my shit laced?
I mean, I like that damn glass fentanyl, but I mean, I'm being honest.
It does something to you. Like, I could see from a witness perspective, but I don't know from an addict's perspective because what we see is not what you see.
Oh, I'm this way. You know how you can tell if a pill's lace? If you do a pill and it lasts you more than probably an hour after you're on heroin, you know that crap's laced. Because my mom did pill, you know. I did some of her pills. After I started on heroin, I couldn't feel it.
I was scared I was gonna get addicted to pills. Because after my injection that I got into my bloodstream, Dilaudid, when I was in the hospital in the ER, dude, I went in there with a 10 on a scale of 10 pain. They shot Dilaudid in my arm, something I've never had before, and my ass was like, I got up feeling like I was having the best day ever.
I'm going to eat first.
And that scared me because I thought I was going to get addicted to pills after my injection with Dilaudid when I was having my knee
Oh,
situation.
I'll tell you this: say if they would have gave you 4 days worth, you might would have.
Oh, I would have been because, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, I loved it. I went from barely able to walk, my stomach was hurting so badly, to walking out of the hospital a new man.
It
Well, I love all of y'all guys. You guys are great.
does that.
Dude, I
I
was
just wish there
happy.
was something the way I act, not the way I act, like the way, like not the shyness part. Like you be happy. I wish there was something besides drugs that make me feel that way.
See, I never understood. I was like, these drug addicts, they're just taking it too far. But when I had that shit put in my arm, and it took a couple minutes to kick in. But once it did, brother, that shit lasted like an hour to 2 hours. And let me tell you, I was smiling and happy the whole time. And now I realize like why people love drugs in some type of way, because they can make you feel ways that you wouldn't feel on a day-to-day basis. It scared the
Yeah.
hell out of me. I thought I was going to be an addict. I was like, dude, I love this feeling. But at the same time, I didn't want to chase a high that, I couldn't get again.
Okay.
I mean, dude, I'm walking out of the hospital talking about, I love you guys to strangers. I want to hug strangers and tell them how great they are. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Okay.
It was like everything in my life disappeared. Like all my depression, my stress, my anxiety was all gone. It was like I was excited to be alive.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I probably look like a fucking idiot. I wish somebody would have recorded me.
Yeah.
I just think it's hard because these people, they go to these places and like you said, they're not long enough and it costs an arm and leg, and then they get out and they don't have that structure or that support system or people that give a shit about them. Not everybody has a mom and dad or a brother or sister or a good friend or somebody to care about them. And it's like, oh fuck, well, these drugs will never leave. Everyone leaves, but these drugs never will, as G-Eazy
Yeah.
says.
And a lot of times the people at the place said 80% people relapse this way. He will keep it. Oh, you using again? Are you using again? And that'll make you. You're not using it, then you'll go do it because you're tired of them saying it.
And that annoys the shit out of me too. Like somebody constantly like picking on somebody, like, oh, why you acting like that? You back on drugs again? Are you fucked up again? You must be high as a kite. And you tell them like, no, I'm not high. Nah, bro, you fucked up. You're nodding off. You be tired and you'll be like slowly closing your eyes, like, I gotta go see. They'll be like, oh, yep, he's on heroin again. He's nodding off. And you're like, no, dude, I'm tired. But the fuckers, they just don't know how to be courteous and kind. They're just like, let me just nod. Like, damn, bitch. Like, sometimes I nod off because I get tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, I nod off, I get really tired. There's times I like fell asleep on the phone, and I probably look like a fucking crackhead. But
Yeah.
but people just do it. They'll be like, oh, you're fucking on drugs again, ain't you, bud? You're like,
Yeah.
bitch, if you don't leave me alone.
Yeah.
It's already hard enough trying to not crave it and trying to move on without it, and your ass ain't helping.
Yeah.
I'm about to punch you in the face if you keep mocking me.
Yeah.
And just the way people look before they were on drugs, or like there's
Okay.
some people that can go back to looking good when they get off drugs, and there's some people who are just too far gone when they get off drugs. You could tell like their body's taken so many years of abuse that they look like fucking witches.
No, if
old,
you use
decrepit.
drugs, your body will come back usually.
No, how dare you do that to me? Fucking Zoom. We got 9 minutes and 56 seconds. How you gonna
Yeah,
do that
man.
to me?
Um, this one lady was talking at the last one place I went to. She said she told her son, "I know you're using it again." So he went. He did use one time after that one time he died. They looked on the doctor report. They can tell how many times you've used. They said that was the time that one time last time was the only time he used. So she was so mad at herself.
Yeah, because people work so hard not to use, and in these in people environments, whether it's you're using again, you'll always be an addict. You'll never, or you have those motherfuckers. You either have the two types of people, three types. The people that care about you and want nothing but the best. You got the other people where it's like, oh, you're an addict. You'll always be an addict. Come on, you know you want to, and then you know you're gonna use again. And then you have the third type. Hey man, I got some drugs. You want some? You want some? Got some
Yeah,
heroin. Got some fentanyl heroin. Come on, brother. Come do it with me. Like the fuck, man.
yeah.
And these dealers are not helping either. They're like, instead of going out and making money in other ways, they're just like, let me just go fuck somebody else's life up. But then at the
That's all
same
they know.
time,
That's all
y'all
they know.
both exactly, but they're both at fault because you
Yeah,
came to me wanting it, and it's my fault for selling it. Because if I didn't sell it to you, you would just go buy it from somebody else.
yep.
So either way, we're fucked.
Yep.
And I might have a kid and I might live in the projects. I might not be able to get a job because I'm a felon, or maybe, or like what we've been having where we've been applying for jobs and nobody's gotten back to us. It ain't a black thing or black poverty thing. It happened to me. It happened to you. We've gone a while without a job and we got clean records. Well, I mean, we got clean records. We're taking great care of ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel bad.
Yeah.
I heard in Canada they take you to the clinics and they let you use the drugs and like slowly let you take less and less each time.
Oh, and there's another thing they got there. I forgot what it's called. They give it to you. You like never have withdrawals. You never. It's like you never done it before. I don't know what it's called.
I might have to take you to Canada. Shit, I might go to Canada too. Take my cousin with me, drop his ass off.
I don't know what it's called though.
It's we don't care about our people over here in America. We don't give a fuck about them. They could die on the sidewalk and we'll step right over them. That's how fucked up America people can be.
But there are some states, if you get caught with drugs, they'll just offer you help, don't arrest you, because half the crime is related to drugs.
Oh yeah, 95% of it's drugs. Okay, well, let me cut that back a little bit more. About 90% of crimes is drug related, whether it's the addict, the dealer getting caught, the addict getting caught, a murder because of drugs. It's like you said, 90% of the shit is because of drugs
No,
What?
double money.
What is?
and money
Oh,
too.
Shit and all that come from money.
yeah.
People got to have money to buy drugs. People got to have money to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing. Yes, it is.
That's part
Oh,
of the
yeah.
cycle too. Money and drugs, they go hand to hand.
And here's the thing we're talking about. In the United States, snow is coming. They're probably helping bring it in. They're not
Oh,
going to admit it.
yeah, they're probably over there like, come on, let's make money. And the thing is, like, that's the thing with like gun control. They're like, we need to get rid of all the guns. Well, guess what? People are still going to get their hands on it. Same way as people are still going to get their heroin, fentanyl. People are still going to get their hands on meth. People are still going to get their hands on whatever they want to get their hands on. Just because you make something illegal doesn't mean it's going to do anything. I mean, look at fentanyl and like just look at heroin, crack cocaine. They're all illegal, but I can go get my hands on it in 10 minutes if I know the right people.
I didn't realize this. I was reading into like the 70s or 60s, drugs were like legal.
I'm surprised alcohol is legal.
It was maybe the 30s.
Alcohol is fucking crazy. I don't know how that's legal. That shit will get you fucking killed.
Yeah, alcohol is more dangerous than marijuana.
I don't understand that one at all. They're like, you know damn well half of these kids aren't 21 and they're getting their hands on alcohol easily. We've done it ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we know from personal experience that it's
Just
not
go away
hard.
that store.
Yeah. I was 18 that time. It's that easy. So these kids are easily getting it, and then we have these people drinking and driving and killing people. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's fucked up. It's gonna be a long road, but I just don't think they care enough. I heard that New
Yeah.
York City don't care about the uh poverty or like the homeless population because each year they get $2 billion. But if they help all those homeless people, they no longer get that money.
Oh my God. Oh, and
So
a lot of these, I think New York's got it. I know Chicago got it. They got like safe houses where you can go shoot up at.
holy shit. Hold on, guys. I gotta go to safe house. It's not very safe. It's probably dirty as shit.
You know, Oregon is legalized there.
Let's share the needle. Fuck
It's not.
sterilization.
It's not. You can't go to. You're not going to go to jail for it, but they can still be like citation.
Oregon's crazy.
It's like decriminalized.
I'm sorry. I could not see myself. Nope.
Couldn't you imagine they said tomorrow, all drugs legalized tomorrow.
Go ahead, everybody. Go do heroin. Go do crack. Go,
Here's my
dude.
thing.
The
I'm wondering
bodies
if
will
that would
drop.
it be better. It might be better because it's not against the law no more. It might. Sometimes I think people chase it because it's against the law.
If they can somehow regulate it to where the government can make the money off of it and stuff and make it
Safe.
safe, which I don't know how the fuck they're gonna do that. Because if they try to make it safe, what if they can't get high off of it? Just be like, oh well, this shit's safe, but it's not as good because it's not as strong as the fentanyl was.
That's the way it is in Amsterdam.
What?
Drugs were legal. They made drugs, everything legal. But when they did that, crime rate dropped down. Crime dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's sad because like people are dropping left and right, and people just automatically cut them off as oh they were bad people, they were this. I'm like, even with mental illness, like I was in the psychiatric hospital and I saw these people that like had great lives, and now
yeah.
they just had this shitty hand.
And mental illness and addiction go together.
I feel like addiction is a mental illness.
Yeah, kind of is.
I could be wrong though. I'm not no fucking doctor.
Yeah, like the undercover. She was an undercover cop. She's gonna work at my job. Uh, yeah, I'm starting Tuesday. I saw it today. Um, she said her cousin. She had a restaurant cousin. She said most people that got arrested, mental illness. They suffer from. Yeah, Martin Luther King tomorrow.
I know. Where you gotta go to?
I don't know to say. It's
What's the company again?
Phoenix Spirit Group.
That's the job name of the
Yep.
company. I ain't never heard of that.
Yeah.
Do they drug test?
You already took it.
My job didn't even drug test me.
You know what the guy said there? He shouldn't have said that to people because now they gonna do that. He's like, I don't care what you do at your house. Just don't come here. Do it here.
Mom said the dryer just stopped. This thing's about to end because it says less than 1 minute.
He didn't say when. He said like a couple months ago or maybe a year ago. They used to not even drug test at all.
This thing's
But
about to end, so I'm gonna have to call you back.
I
don't know when it's going to end. It says less than a minute.
okay, yeah. And on my drug test, they give you a thing. It didn't say anything about THC testing. It was just opiates and everything else. All right. This is, I'll call it. We'll just talk on the phone.
All right, well, we can just end this here. And so I